Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to discuss two questions about the top of international mathematics, Cambridge, uh, about compound solids and also coordinate geometry. So we just start. The diagram below shows the cylindrical tank in which Deepak stores his heating oil. The length of the tank is 2.5 meter and its radius is 0.9 meter. Deepak measures the depth of the oil to be 0.2 meter. And also the second question is, it says that the diagram below shows the cross-section of the tank and the oil. The question is, A, calculate the rectangular surface area of the oil ABCD. So in order to solve this question, guys, we need to identify the key feature. The key feature that we actually can see from the cross section, we see that the OB is the radius, and OA is also the radius, which is also, we can actually say that the value of OA is also similar with the value of OB, which is 0.9, because both of them are radius. Okay, and then after that, because it's actually we are going to find ABCD, it means that we need to know what's the value of AB and what's the value of CD. Okay, so AB is equal to CD. Now, we don't know the value of AB. We also do not know what's the value of half AB, but we do know that the hypotenuse is the radius is 0.9 meter. Now, as you can see, there is the value of 0.2 meter. It means we also can assume that the total length of O to the point in which it is actually below the 0.2 meter is also 0.9 meter. Therefore, if you see there are two triangles there, we just need to focus on the right triangle, okay? So the height in that case for this triangle is equal to 0.9 minus 0.2, which is equal to 0.7 meter. Therefore, we actually can know the value of half AB using the Pythagoras theorem. So I assume that half AB as x. So x squared plus 0.7 square is equal to 0.9 square according to Pythagoras theorem. So the third step is x squared is equal to 0.9 square minus 0.7 square. So the first step is x is equal to square root of 0.81 minus 0.9049, which is equal to square root of 0.32, and we find x is equal to 0.56565 meter. So the reasons why I keep this punctual is that it will keep the accuracy of the answer. So therefore, if we know the value of x, then AB is equal to 2x. 2 times 0.56565, which is equal to 1.13 meter. So that's actually the approximation. I round it up. Okay. Now regarding the rectangular surface area, so we need to choose either AB or CD. Since AB is equal to CD, we just need to pick one of them. So the rectangular surface area is equal to AB times BC. Now we know the BC is the length of the tank. Okay, in this case is in terms of rectangle, in terms of surface area of the, in terms of rectangular surface area, that's actually the length. So the area is equal to AB times BC, which is equal to 1.13 times 2.5, which is equal to 2.825 meters square. You can round it as 2.83, either 2.82 or 2.83. Both of them are okay. Thank you, guys. Now we move to second question. So the second question is about the topic of coordinate geometry. Now, as you can see, the question says that the equation of the line L is 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. The line cuts the x-axis at A and the y-axis at B. The midpoint of AB is M. So the first question is actually we need to find the coordinates of A, B, and M. Now what we should do, how to find the value or the coordinate of A. Now as you can see, A is the x-intercept. Okay, A is x-intercept. In other words, when it is x-intercept, the value of y is equal to 0. This is important, guys. This is key. So we put the equation 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. That's our first step. Second step is that 3x plus 4, and then we input the value of y is equal to 0 there. 4 times 0, as we know, is equal to 0, is equal to 12. Then the third step, 3x is equal to 12, then x is equal to 12 over 3. So x is equal to 4. Then our coordinate of A is 4, 0. And now we move to B. Remember, guys, B is the y-intercept. The requirement of y-intercept is that the value of x, it has to be 0. The first step is that 3x plus 4y is equal to 12, which is the same equation of L. And then 3 times x, which is the x, is equal to 0. 3 times 0 is equal to 0, plus 4y is equal to 12. 4y is equal to 12, and y is equal to 12 over 4. And then we get the value of y is equal to 3. Then the coordinate of B is 0, 3. And now we move to the I, which is the midpoint. Now we need to remember, guys, the formula is always like this. x1 plus x2 over 2, and y1 plus y2 is over 2 also. Now we need to consider which one is x1, y1, which one is x2, y2. In this case, I consider the A as x1, y1, and the B point is x2, y2. So it's easy. We just input the values. X1 plus x1 plus x2 is equal to 4 plus 0 over 2. And then y1 plus y2 over 2 is equal to 0 plus 3 over 2. And then we get the coordinates of M, the midpoint is 2, 3 over 2, which is 1.5. Up to you. Either you choose as a fraction or a decimal. It's okay, guys. And now the question B, it says that find the equation of the line through the origin, which is perpendicular to the line L. Now, this is quite complicated sentence of question, guys. Find the equation of the line through the origin, which is perpendicular to the line L. My best recommendation for you guys to do is that we need to start backwards. We need to see the question from the back line. It says to the line L, perpendicular. It means to the line L, perpendicular means that we need to understand, we need to know the value of the property of the line L, which is the gradient itself. In other words, we need to find the gradient L. So how to find the gradient of L? As usual, we know the value of A and B. Before we actually use the value of A and B for finding the midpoints. Now we actually can find the value of the gradient of L using also A and B, but with different formula. The value, the formula for finding gradient is equal to delta y over delta x, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now in this case, is equal to 3 minus 0 over 0 minus 4, which is equal to 3 over minus 4, or basically minus 3 over 4, or minus 0.75. That's our gradient L. But it says, again, backward, perpendicular. It means we need to find the gradient of perpendicular line. So we use the formula of m1 times m2 is equal to minus 1. m2, or the m perpendicular, is equal to minus 1 over m1. Now m1 or ml, the gradient of L, we already know. So that's equal to, the sixth step is minus 1 over minus 3 over 4. So m2 is equal to minus 1 over minus 3 over 4, which is equal to 4 over 3. And then after that, guys, we use the equation of line. Yeah, of course, because the question is asking, what's the equation of the line through the origin that is perpendicular to the line L? So the equation of line, we need to remember this, guys. Y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Now we need to take notice here. The idea that some students think that the point of x1, y1 later for the equation of line, we use the m midpoint. But remember, the question is asking that find the equation of the line through the origin. Through the origin. It means our x1, y1 is not the m or midpoint. But our x1, y1 is the origin, which is the value is 0, 0. Therefore, what we should do is that we input all these values. So y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. In this case, the m is m perpendicular and x1, y1 is 0, 0. And then we get y minus 0 is equal to 4 over 3 times x minus 0. So we got the value of the equation of line is y is equal to 4 over 3x. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you are blessed by this tutorial, and I hope that you will realize sooner or later or faster that mathematics is beautiful in its nature.